So, you finally decided to give Warframe a try. Warframe can feel really confusing as a beginner. Maybe you hear from a dying game like Destiny 2 that's a little bit more straightforward. Warframe has so much to offer, amazing lore and story. In this video, I'm going to take you through everything you need to know as a beginner. When starting out, you get put into this. This is the first screen you see. This is going to be like a 10-minute cutscene, but playing the game, you'll have a normal storyline, story gameplay, and not just a movie. I don't know why this is a movie. As soon as you see this screen, this is where it all starts. You'll be able to pick a Warframe out of 3 options. This is kind of like picking your first Pokemon, but in this case, there are no bad decisions. All decisions are amazing. You have 3 choices. You have Excalibur, who's kind of like the poster child of Warframe. He's a slashing, dashing, close-range frame who revolves around his sword and dashing to enemies and killing them quickly. Then we have Mag, which is this pull enemies close AoE damage frame, which is really based on like a magnetic type of frame to deal lots of damage. And then we have Volt. Volt is the speed frame based on electric. He runs real fast. He has also AoE damage, and he puts out these electric bursts, killing enemies, and he even has a shield. But remember, even if you've already made your decision, there are no wrong decisions. If you want a frame that's a little bit harder to farm than the others, a little bit harder to get, you can pick Excalibur, but they're all about the same difficulty or the same easiness in getting. After that, you're getting a quick input tutorial, which buttons to press, which abilities to use, all until you're gonna land at this screen. And you'll be like, what is going on? What is this? This is your Orbiter. What is your Orbiter? Your Orbiter is like your tiny home base. You're in a spaceship out in the wild. This is where everything culminates. You'll have a guide, a little guide to your side, Ordis. You could see him like Jarvis from Avengers. And you have everything here. You have an arsenal where you can equip your stuff. You'll have a foundry, segments, relics, and I'll go through what's essential at the beginning. So you'll also have another mission here, which will just take you through installing the different segments, unlocking different areas of your Orbiter. So just play through that and you'll quickly unlock what is what, and we'll go through this right here. So what is your Orbiter actually comprised of? One thing is your foundry. This is where you can craft all these weapons and items and guns. Here's one of the things you'll see about Warframe. It has crazy crafting times. What do you mean 72 hours for a frame? This is usually the first time players realize Warframe is a grind. But why do we do this grind? Because the grind is not the end. The grind is the journey. What we want to do is we want to achieve MR points. What is MR? MR stands for Mastery Rank. By killing enemies in missions, you'll gain experience. That will level up your Warframe, your weapons, your companions. And that is used for leveling through the basic 30 ranks. There are currently 6 additional legendary ranks. A Warframe will net you 6,000 mastery points, a weapon 3,000, and a companion another 6,000. Once you've hit the requirements for a mastery rank per level, you can do a mastery rank up test. You can do one every 24 hours, and this will be exponentially increasing throughout the time you're playing for every mastery rank test to need more mastery rank XP to get to. When it comes to the actual gameplay and mission types, what can you expect? We got finite mission types, which have a clear end, like a capture mission. You get a target, which you have to capture. We have exterminate, where you have a set number of kills you have to get. We have mobile defense, where you have to input a keycard and defend 3 locations for about a minute. We have sabotage, where you either have to hack into something and or destroy something. We have our classic boss fights or assassinations. We have hijack, where we have to hack into an area and free a hostage. We have Spy, where you have to heist movie style, ninja style, jump over lasers and retrieve data from 3 vaults. Then we have the endless mission types, where you purposely have to choose to stay, such as Excavation, where you have to defend excavators and fuel them up for 20-second charges. Survival, the most classical mission type, where you have to kill enemies to keep up your support life system, and this can go on forever. Interception, where you have 4 zones to capture and hold from enemies. Defense, where you have to protect an object from enemies. And honorable mention to disruption, which you'll encounter later in the game, where you have to defend 4 different objects and you have to kill targets trying to attack them. I suggest playing through the first mission the game gives you, Voice Prize, which you can also find in your Codex. It will have you going through all these mission types and then killing Vor at the end. The quest will be unlocking most other areas of your Orbiter and also giving you a few first items in the game. What are these other areas? For one, we have our Codex. Within the Codex, we can see all the quests in the game, all the side missions, and every item in the game. You can see all the different kind of frames you can get. You can see all the different kinds of weapons, companions, targets that are in the game. We have the Warframe market. We have 50 plat that you get at the beginning of the game. You cannot trade these 50 personal plat you're getting, but you can trade items or prime items with other players for platinum, and this is the in-game currency. I suggest at the beginning, because Warframe is totally free to play, I suggest at the beginning just playing through it. Don't worry about spending your plat yet. And also, a lot of these weapons will say they have a plat price, and that's super expensive. Most of the things you can get really, really easy just through playing the game and unlocking them. Some you have to farm a little bit longer, but I suggest holding on to that plat at the beginning and not using it yet on cool looking items and frames. You have your arsenal, the heart of the Orbiter. This is where you can change your Warframe, your weapons. You can mod out your Warframe with different kinds of strengths and abilities. You can even do fashion framing, and you can change the colors and almost every single minute detail of your Warframe or weapon. You can equip a pet or companion. You can equip an item. So this is where a lot of people get overwhelmed. Take it easy here and do it step by step. And then there's the modding station. There are thousands of different mods in Warframe that can do all sorts of things. They can change your abilities, they can change how frames work, they can change how weapons work, they can increase your damage, your crit damage, they can decrease your damage. The different things you can do to a mod in this menu: you can start infusing it, which means upgrading it. You can sell it, you can dissolve it for endo. When infusing a mod, this means upgrading it. It will go up exponentially the higher you go on until it always doubles in cost towards the end. Quick side note, guys, I'll be making more beginner-friendly videos just for starting out in Warframe, but I also make very in-depth guide builds for max investment on Warframes for those of you guys who've been around in the game for longer. But there's a good chance the algorithm will never show you these videos again, so if you want to stay in the loop, go ahead and subscribe. Especially for beginners, all your bronze or silver mods, you can dissolve all your duplicates because those will give you a ton of extra endo that you need to upgrading these mods. After the Voice Prize quest, you'll have Teshin's quest, which was implemented to help beginners figure out how do mods actually work, how do damages stack, how do damages combine. The general recommendation I have for you guys, which is really important for mods: don't upgrade everything to the max level at the beginning. It can be tempting to get maybe 15% extra damage, but that's going to cost you 20,000 of endo material. So I usually recommend keep your mods at like maybe 8 out of 12 levels. That upgrading next mods costs you about the same with all. Don't go crazy with upgrading only one single mod, because it's not going to give you tons of extra damage. Usually you get extra damage and extra strength through combining different kinds of mods and not just stacking damage mods, also stacking maybe an elemental cold mod or a critical damage mod, but that's just for the basics to do more damage. Here are my general recommendations for you as beginners. Do the quest steps. The first quest steps they give you, just play through them in the order. Just explore some of the different planets we have here. Play with others, so enable matchmaking so that you can play with others, which will also spawn more enemies and give you massive affinity, so experience boosts to level up your stuff even faster. Log in daily to get different kinds of rewards. Here's going to be a hot take of mine. For the first few days of playing the game, disable trade and recruiting chat. At least disable trade chat. You can leave up recruiting and regional chat, but I usually give the recommendation to not engage in trade chat when you're new. You're gonna get ripped off by a few people for certain things. It's not a lot of items in there that are worth having as a beginner, and every global chat like region chat can be kind of chaotic in every video game, so I recommend when you're first getting into it and just enjoying the game, just leaving those out. You can turn them on later, you can engage in trading later. As a beginner, I don't really recommend it. You're going to be way better off engaging with other people you meet in missions, maybe inviting them to play together. I'm not saying don't make friends in Warframe, guys. That's one of the most fun things, to play with other people and have fun. So I recommend finding people through the missions you play and maybe engaging with other people that are also new in the game, being like, hey, you're already Master Rank 4, what Warframe are you playing? So just the typical stuff. Warframe is amazing and it has so many crazy aspects. Your takeaway as a beginner here is First of all, don't stress out too much. You don't need every item at the beginning of the game. Enjoy the journey of gathering these things. Enjoy the journey of testing out, trying out different warframes. Enjoy the journey of playing through different crazy missions. If you want to know absolutely anything, just look it up at the Warframe wiki. It has everything you need to know about this game's ability interactions, everything. If you have any certain or specific questions, just go ask in the comments right here. I'll be answering your Warframe questions. If you want to see more, go stick around on this channel. What I'll be doing is doing guides to farming your first frame, farming plat, farming relics, just efficient ways as a beginner on things to do, how to get resources, because Warframe can really be a grind, and none of us want to like see this like GTA 5 where we're running missions like a second job. We want to be efficient here. We want to have fun. We want to have cool, satisfying builds. So that's all you can expect from me. This video was inspired by a creator called Warframeflo. I watched this video on a beginner guide of 2024, and what I want to do is just spread information and just the general sense of this game to a lot of people. I want people to enjoy Warframe and have fun, to have an easy experience as a beginner. And I just thought I'd use this video as an inspiration, because since 2024, the intro to the game really has changed and we're always moving in a different landscape in Warframe. I really gotta say, he's an amazing creator. Go check out his channel as well. He makes amazing content out there. If you are a little bit more experienced with Warframe, I haven't played in a while, go check out my builds. You'll be getting recommended build guides here that I just made. I have all your favorite frames, and for all of you guys who are still at this point of the video, I appreciate you so much. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks, guys.